Hello, everyone. I thought I'd just do a reading just to check in with President Donald Trump and see how he's doing after the horrific events on the 13th of July. I have done a reading on the motivation of the person who carried out the horrific events, and I will link that below somewhere, so if you want to have a look at that as well. Now, the Donald is a Gemini. He is a King of Swords. So you'd be the Lovers in the Tower or the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is the absolute politician. Now, the way you can identify different characters in the tarot is through their zodiac sign. And Trump is an air sign, so he falls under the suit of swords. And air signs are Gemini, which the Donald is, Aquarius and Libra. And when you look at it like that, and I know I'm banging on about this a lot, but when you look at it like that, you've got so many world leaders on the stage that are King of Swords air signs. Let me just list them off for you. You have, of course, you have President Putin is a Libra, air sign, King of Swords. President Zelensky is an Aquarius, air sign, King of Swords. The Dushkanu that's in charge of Hamas, air sign, Aquarius. Benjamin Netanyahu, air sign, Libra. Xi Jinping, air sign, Gemini. There is so many on the world stage. And you have a lot of earth signs as well, but there is a lot of air signs. And I'm sure there was somebody else who was an air sign, and I forget them off the top of my head. But do you see where I'm coming from? There is a lot of politicians who are built for politics out there on the world stage, and that's what a King of Swords energy really is. But with being a Gemini, the Donald is always going to be Marmite to people. People are going to love him or deeply dislike him. I refuse to use the H word. I think he is divisive because the media have really played into how divisive he is. And please, please, please don't just trust the MSM. Please don't trust the mainstream media, because if the last few years should have taught us all everything as people, don't believe everything that you read in the news, because there's always a spin in it. There's always something. The case in point here is within the UK, I've got to say that we've had a general election, and the way the media responded to Sir Keir Starmer's election, there's no fear mongering, there's no bias, there's plenty of bias, I want to say, but there is this is a new thing, this is, you know, they're acting like Luke Skywalker's just dropped down and said, I'm going to save the ship. You know, it's ridiculous. Sir Keir Starmer is, yeah. Moving on. So be careful if they're overly critical. Be careful if they are, So, because sometimes it's not even reporting news anymore. It's just reporting like the newscaster's opinion, and all the celebrities have an opinion on politics. With me, I'm just going to tell you where the cards lie. You can see if it's a good card. You can see if it's a bad card. You've got eyes. As you see me shuffle, you see me pull. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's how it lands. Let's see how Donald's getting on. I really feel for him because Baron was in the audience, you know, and I saw that picture of Baron. I know he's 6 foot odd and 18 years old, 6'7", I think he is, and 18 years old. But he's still his little boy. And I was just like, that is heartbreaking. That is just the poor lad. The poor lad seeing his father do that, go through that. And the you know, and all those people at the rally as well are effectively at a massive crime scene now. It's just heartbreaking for everyone involved, everyone. Whether you're red or blue, whether you worship potatoes or God, it's heartbreaking for everyone. Let's have a look how Donald is getting on. Melania did a nice speech, I feel. He's got regrets. There's a loss. It has affected him. I know that the media will have you believe that this man has a heart of stone and is some kind of dark overlord, but he's feeling it. The Five of Cups, there's loss, there's regret. He's really feeling it. There's a bit of ifs, ands, and buts and shock going in, I feel. The thing is, ifs, ands, and buts always equal no. The Ace of Wands. We're going to get a slightly different Trump. Five of Pentacles on the outside. This, I did the reading on the shooter, and I must say that Five of Pentacles could relate to what's known about the situation. The shooter, I energetically picked up that he was like ostracized, basically an outcast, and the Five of Pentacles come out for him a lot. So there might even be some, I'm not getting anger, I'm getting, why did this happen? This is ridiculous. And the Six of Cups there, nostalgia for the past, thinking of his children. Emotionally, this has really made him take some stock. There's the King of Swords. What was leading into this situation? He is on his game. He was being, this isn't Trump's fault, but in the eyes of other people, he was being too good for them. Too good for him. Too good. Too almost coming into the destiny thing. We have the Queen of Swords is in reverse there. So people are going to still try some strategies with him. People are still going to be cruel and calculating with him. The Six of Swords, there's some difficulty with moving on because that is in reverse. And the Three of Wands. The breakdown between partnerships. The Queen of Swords energy, of course, this can relate to an air sign female, but it also relates to strategy, planning, disruption. So I expect that there is still going to be some smears from the opponents. So that Three of Wands in reverse, to me, that really, really speaks to there's a level of disruption and people, stakeholders not playing fairly here. Because in the event there was some security issues, he's not prepared to move on from something. He's not ready to move on from something. Let's have a look and see what he wants. Or what he fears. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And the World's in reverse. Endings. There's disruptors from another country involved in all of this. Major disruptors in other countries involved in all of this. Potentially, there is a massive issue with other parties coming at him. Queen of Swords in reverse, there's a new strategy. There's going to be a new way to try and disrupt Donald. The World in reverse means his life is going to change drastically. And it's not necessarily something that is going to be easy. There's hopes and fears. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse as well. His fear is if they come after Melania. If they come for Melania. So this is how he's feeling. He knows that there's another strategy coming. He wants to move on, but he's having difficulty with it. He knows he's up against different agencies trying to disrupt him. The World in reverse there is going to be a somewhat bigger change for him. The Queen of Swords, there is more he does want it. He does want to get on. He does want to have he does want to start something new. He wants to come out and do this thing. He wants to start something new with the Ace of Pentacles crossing over. But that Ace of Pentacles to me, as well as one, he's still got the fire within him and stuff. But I feel like this is the energy of shock on his game, and then shock. The worst fear for him is somebody coming after Melania. I mean, the kids will be as well, because we've got the Six of Cups underneath. We have children, childhood, fond memories. I feel like this could have awoken things in him that maybe have been dormant for a while. We all have memories that we kind of like just, that are with us, but we don't always access them all the time. They're just there. It's just what's happened. It's just life. But this has really took him back. I really hope this dude is okay, because there's a lot of shock here. That Ace of Wands, he's going to try and come out and do things. Don't get me wrong. He's going to try and pizzazz things up and trump things about with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like that will happen soon. But I feel like with the Queen of Swords there, they are going to try. Potentially a female politician, somebody is going to try and keep going and keep going and keep going with this narrative for him. But there is a massive life change for him coming up within the next year. So there's that. Anyway, guys, I hope you have all enjoyed this reading. I know it's a little bit sadder. I know it's a little bit more muted than I usually do. Please pray for everyone who was involved in the horrific attacks on July the 13th. And it might be a little bit too soon as well to say this, because I feel like you've got the family of the shooter as well. And I hope they receive healing as well, because they are not only they'll be in disbelief and grief and shock that their son has, or their relative has, committed this act. And please keep the families of the victims and their loved ones in your thoughts as well. And make sure I send lots of love to everyone in America. Love you lots. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you for another reading really soon. Bye, everyone.